Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome to the chaotic kitchen. I thought I would start this video today. I thought I'd make myself a coffee because I've got some new coffee, and it's this. So it's from Surface Coffee Roasters, and they're based in South Brent. They're quite new, I think. It's a lovely little place. I mean, I'm not obviously paid to say anything. If it was bad, I would say it's bad, but it is costly. This is 1 kilo, £34. I'm like, oh my god, it's quite pricey, isn't it? But it is good. Oh, what am I doing? Just get this right. So I'm just going to give that a quick tap, and then we're going to just distribute that nicely, and give it a tamp. Beautiful, look at that. Absolutely wonderful. And it's, you know, it's lovely, isn't it? It's fresh roasted, freshly ground coffee. I've got this preset for 20 seconds pre-infusion. So this is a Sage machine. It's all right. I used to have a DeLonghi before. Do you know, I think I prefer the DeLonghi, believe it or not. I just, yeah, apologies for the mess. It's a bit messy, isn't it? This is the office space. This is office and kitchen. Oh, it's a bit chaotic. Oh, there we go. I'm just going to add a bit of water before I do. Just look at that lovely top. We got that lovely, obviously, Christ, yeah, it's going to be very strong. So I'm just going to pop a bit of water in, and I've got some milk in the microwave. There we go. I'm just going to add that. I can't be bothered with frothing. I mean, I know I could. It's got a little wand here that I sometimes use when I can be bothered, but you know, there you go. I'm a bit lazy. Let's wander out. It's a bit warm this morning. I'm not really due to start doing any work at the moment. Let's nip out through the fly screen. Oh, let's get you out here. And yeah, I'm glad it's Friday. It's just nice to have a nice coffee in the morning, isn't it? It's just a nice little ritual, really, I suppose. I don't really do kind of routine per se, but we've all got them, haven't we? We've all got our little, you know, little routines. So yeah, back from my little week away, which was lovely, you know, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's always nice to take you along on these little trips. Yeah, it's interesting. You know, when I went to the other day, to pick up the coffee, I took the Spider just to give it a bit of a test run, really, because I've been fitting some new bits I've fitted a new anti-roll bar, or it's called a sway bar, to the Spider, and lifted it up on its, using the big trolley. I've got a huge kind of lift that I use to raise the whole thing in the air. and yeah, that was quite fun. It's just a nice little bit of tinkering, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? I kind of like just to tinker with my hands and just to kind of play around within reason. You know, I'm not a engineer per se. I like to just take it easy and just kind of know what I'm doing and do a little bit of research. And that's a great thing with YouTube, isn't it? There's so many videos and so many different topics of all sorts of content and things, and I do the same, and I've kind of done some videos of, you know, the install and whatnot, and that was quite nice. But yeah, I went up just nipped up to South Brent to get some coffee. Let's have another taste. Yeah, it's nice. Usually I do buy stuff from Tesco's. You can get a kilo Tesco's kind of, or Lidl or Aldi or whatever, and to be honest, it's okay. You know, the coffee, I'm not a coffee snob, and the cheaper stuff is okay. I know it's probably been on this bloody shelf for probably 2 years, but it is nice now and again just to you know, now and again, just to go and buy something a bit special, something that's been roasted within a good time frame, like, you know. So that bag there, for instance, that was, you know, roasted, and it's had 2 weeks just to settle, and it needs that settling time. And it does make a difference. It does make a huge difference in terms of the, you know, the quality of the extraction, all that sort of stuff. And they do courses and stuff at the South Brent place where you can go and learn how to, you know, do the milk and be a bit of a, I was going to say barrister then, barista. And they sell coffee machines to exorbitant amounts of money. I think there was one there just to you know, for households, it was like $3,000. And I think there was a bigger one for about $6,500. Oh my God, it's like eye-watering, isn't it, really? It's like, I know I didn't win the lottery, so some lucky bugger did. They were in Ireland, didn't they? Imagine that, just waking up and just getting that email, that whatever it is, I don't know, I've not experienced it, obviously. And just literally within a second, your whole world is transformed, isn't it? Your whole life is transformed, knowing that you just no longer need to do anything you don't want to do. I just can't really comprehend, really. I think if and Shah and I, we've had numerous conversations, you know, about winning the lottery and what would happen, how we would try and how we would cope with it, how we would manage it, really. I think I've kind of talked it through with myself and Shaman, and kind of thinking, as a rough thing, I think the first thing I would do is do that. Silence. Don't tell anybody. Not your friends, not your family. I just think, just keep stum, calm down, take a breath. Do you know what I mean? This is what, you know, just I wouldn't resign immediately. I would get that conversation going with the lottery people to verify. I think, do they send somebody round? I don't know, to talk it through with you. I got no idea. There was that series on Netflix, wasn't it, where Neil Morrissey, I think. Do you remember that when the girls in the pet boarding, the boarding, Four Paws. Do you remember Four Paws? I love that series. It was wonderful. So basically, there's a cat. There she is, little smelly cat. She's still up and about. She's still going. We honestly thought we were going to lose her last week. Because she is getting old. She like wobbles along, but she's out. This is nice. She's had some food this morning. But yeah, it was a lovely series. You know, Neil Morrissey, the shop owner, obviously, he just said, "Oh, you've won 500 quid." You know, so he paid him the 500 quid, and he had the ticket that was worth, I don't know, 3 million or whatever it was, and he kind of squirreled it away and buggered off. But no, it's brilliant. But the first thing I think I would do is just keep stum, don't panic, just calm down, and verify that it is good, you know. And I think they give you, I don't know, do they give you a certain amount of money just to within a few hours or whatever, then you get the rest a week later? I don't know, this is just hearsay. I don't know quite how it works, but yeah, then I would obviously get out of the job. That would be my first bloody thing. I think for us, you know, we've been quite lucky that we've, you know, been able to experience quite a lot of stuff over the years. I've done all sorts of like hobbies and things like that. I think for us, it would probably just be a new property, maybe a van upgrade, but nothing too hectic, you know. I think the biggest thing for me is don't draw attention to myself. That's the biggest thing I would say, really, is do not draw. So don't go spending to excess. That would be my kind of thing. I wouldn't go buying fancy jewellery and watches and all the rest of it. I'd still wearing shit like this. And just kind of remain down to earth, really, I think, you know. And I think it would be a bit of a planning exercise, wouldn't it? Just kind of, if we did want to say something to some people, what would we say? How would we say it? And what would we divulge? You know, it's a difficult one, isn't it? Because I think sometimes the more I talk about it, and I think the more I kind of imagine it going through the steps of what could possibly transpire, I almost like talk myself out of wanting it, because you kind of think, oh, do you tell your family you've won a ridiculous amount of money, and then you only give them X amount, and they're like, and it just causes problems? I don't know. Or do you just say, you know, you just I don't know, you don't even say you've won the lottery, just say you've come good on some stocks and shares or something, I don't know, and just don't do anything, you know, that's gonna kind of, I mean, for instance, I wouldn't go out and buy a Lambo or anything like that. It's just, I'd probably just go out and buy an aeroplane, pump that on a drive instead. No, I'm joking. But, you know, would I go? No, I wouldn't go excessive. But I think the main thing is the fact that you can just, hello smelly cat. She looks a bit tired, a bit groggy. I think the main thing is just about remaining down to earth and just kind of being able just to be free and not have to work, and just to be able to buy anything you want. I say buy anything you want, but doesn't necessarily mean just because you can buy anything, should you buy it, for instance? Do you know, like, you know, you could buy a bloody £3 million yacht if we want, you know, but then do we really want that? It's a faff, isn't it? It's the right faff. I don't know. But we didn't win, obviously. But it just would be, it would be nice to have a little bit of a jump up, a little bit of a leg up, just to kind of be able to say bugger off to the job completely, and there'd be no consequence. Do you know what I mean? No consequence from it. But yeah, what would you guys do? Yeah. Yeah, she's having a bit of an explore. The dog's still in bed as ever. Hello. You right? Hello. I'll just bring you down so you can see her. Here she is. Let me just. This is Smelly Cat. She's very frail and she's very, you know. I know. She whinges a lot. She's such a whiny little bitch. Mind you, so Sam. Oh, she is a dear though. She is a dear. She's a lovely cat. It's very placid and very easygoing, which is just, which is lovely. She has had some food this morning, so I don't know what she's whining about. She's got... Oh, here comes Sam. He's come out to say hello. You alright, buddy? If he hears the commotion, he always wants to come out and be a part of it, We went to paint and bike night the other night as well, and that was really nice. We haven't been up for a while. It was blimmin' hot as well, isn't it? It's been quite hot. I think it's going to cool down next week. It doesn't last long, does it? But it's, but it's okay, because sometimes it can be too much. We don't, I certainly don't do well in the heat. He doesn't either. We haven't been taking him out much because it's been so warm. We generally tend to go out in the morning or in the afternoon, later afternoon. And I always kind of check the temperature of the pavement before I take him out and just stand on it with bare feet and just make sure it's not, roasting. I mean, it was windy yesterday, so it was fine. So it was all fine. It's warm, but not stupidly hot. I remember being in Spain for a bit and just, it was absolutely crucifying over there. And that was like 10 years ago. You couldn't, it would be physically very, very difficult to spend any time in the day doing anything. You just, people would just be shut up indoors really until, 6 o'clock in the evening, and then the place comes to life, yeah? I don't know if I could do that all the time. But again, it would be nice just to go over there for a month and then come back over here for a month and just kind of do that constantly. And yeah, that's probably what we would do if we kind of had a bit more kind of available cash, buy a little kind of holiday villa or something. Again, nothing too extravagant, nothing that stands out, you know what I mean? Something that blends in. I like to blend in and just kind of be in plain sight really, and not be look at me kind of stuff. I'm not really into that. I went out last night on the Spider, just a little ride out on Thursday, and so popped up down to went down to Cadover Bridge and out onto. I was going to go to the Plume of Feathers at Princetown, but I thought, oh, do you know what? I'll nip into the Rock Inn at Yelverton. Not been in there before, and racked up in the car park. I was able to get a space right by they've got some seating outside. It's really lovely, and I drive in with a Spider and everybody is literally just like, what is that? And they just, the people coming up and it's like, oh my God, I just feel, it feels a bit self-conscious, do you know what I mean? Because I don't deliberately go out to get attention or anything. That's why I think I'm glad I got the black colour, because it's just quite inconspicuous in a way. It's not bright and it's not garish or anything. Do you know what I mean? It's just a nice kind of. It's quite, you know, it's a matte black as well. But it looks like a bat bike. If I had a bat costume, if I dressed up as Batman, I probably would fit in. But yeah, it's just nice. People, you know, it's nice. Some people come up and just say, "No, I've never seen anything like it. It's incredible." And I think it's just nice to, you know, get out on it and do something a bit kind of, you know, exciting, a bit kind of, I don't know. It's I guess more risk, I suppose, associated with a bike as opposed to a car, even though it's quite big. I've had some near misses. We're not totally near, not crazy. When I went up the other day to get coffee at South Brent, I come out on the slip road heading back to Plymouth, and this guy in a BMW. Well, he came screaming up behind. I was just about to go in, you know, join the lane because there was nothing coming on the A38, and he pulled in to the inside lane and overtook me on the you know, he didn't even go over to let me go out. And I just, you know, you know, and he was weaving in and out of cars. I don't know. It's just the people's driving and what I've noticed. I mean, I passed my test when I was 17 years old, and it's it just seems to be lots of angry people on the road. Not everybody, and there's, you know, just like you can't, you know, tell everybody's, not everybody's angry, but there's a lot, you know, and it's you literally got to have eyes in the back of your head when you're out on it. But it is nice having that bike, you know, kind of makes you feel alive, if you know what I mean. It's you know, and it focuses the mind as well, because there's so many other variables and risks associated with it. And it's nice. It's just nice because you're not thinking about anything else. You know, you're not daydreaming, which is so for me it's quite relaxing because I'm hyper focused on, you know, not getting hit. So yeah, glad it's Friday. It's just a nice end to this week. I'm not sure what we're planning to do this weekend. At the moment, we had a few ideas banding around. Barbecue. There's always the option for Inky's Smokehouse as well. Again, because I still haven't had their mac and cheese yet at Inky's Smokehouse. If you've not heard of it, it's a lovely little place down in, where is it? Liskeard, just down from Liskeard. It's tucked away. It's a nice little, like, well, it's a smokehouse. It's like the UK version of Tootsie's in the States. You know, if you ever heard of Tootsie's. And they do lovely food. They do things like, they do obviously coffees and milkshakes, and they do cocktails, they do ales, they do beers, they do all sorts of different meats, all smoked brisket and all, it's just incredible, and chicken wings and it's, you know, it's really lovely. I've got to say, it's lovely smoke. They do like pit beans as well, and they do mac cheese, and they obviously just do sort of basic burgers and all that sort of stuff as well for anybody, you know. It's it's cracking. Absolutely comes out a big tray, you know, big tray. And the staff are flipping wonderful. They got a nice car park, but it does get busy down there. I think they open Wednesday to Sunday. So yeah, check them out. They're really, it's a nice little drive down. We went down on Father's Day, and it was hectic. You know, it was absolutely hectic. And there's some nice walks down there as well. I did do a little video on my Spider Rider UK channel if you want to have a look. We went down and we went through a bit of a rainstorm, and it was like it was a nightmare. Believe it or not, we didn't get too wet. I was quite surprised. But I must admit, since I've not been eating so much crap, I was about 234 pounds, I think, and now I'm what am I now? 213 pounds. Sounds a lot still, doesn't it? But I want to get down to about, I don't know, 190 something, see how I feel with that. And it's just, I'm knocking out the wine. We buy wine every weekend, Friday, kind of Saturday, only, a bottle, but knocking that out has, so we only have it every so often now. And also the money in it, it's money. And it's just seeing what we can do, really, seeing what we can cut back on, and just have things in moderation instead of having it all the time. It's just things in moderation is okay, but it's surprising how much, like nice coffee in moderation. I wouldn't spend £34 a week on coffee, or not even a month. It's crazy. But a nice one now and again in moderation is fine, just like the odd bottle of wine, but is okay now and again. And it's we were getting into that habit stage where it was every Friday, every Saturday, just a bottle. Not hectic, but it still adds up, doesn't it? So we're just trying to we're going through systematically what we're spending on a week-to-week basis on various bits and pieces, and just seeing what we can cut out and do without, really. We costed up things like our vehicles, right? Our vehicles cost us, to run them, it's £13,000 a year to run our 3 vehicles. It's eye-watering, isn't it, really? It's well, it's not a lot, but it is. You know what I mean? And I think, oh, bloody hell, that just seems. But that's what I mean. I'm glad. I'm glad. We're both working. We're doing it now. That's the thing. We're experiencing it now because we don't know what's around the corner, do we? You don't know what's around the corner. None of us do. And all the shit that's going on in Iran and Israel as well. Every freaking day I hear about that crap, and that's just getting worse and worse and worse. And you just think, Jesus, where's this going to end? And that's why I think, like I say, we're fortunate to be doing it now, because you never know what's around the corner, guys. And I think, live life for today and not for next week, really. So yeah, we're kind of weighing up what to do later on, and what we can do without, really. But I think Shah said for sure we're not getting rid of the spider, because that's our fun, that's our release from, because you forget everything when you're on that. It's different entirely. It's totally different to everything. I mean, you jump in a car, but you get on that, it's a different world. It's just, it like changes you, and it's since I've upgraded the sway bars, it just seems more, it accelerates really so much quicker. Don't know why, but it just does. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this one, my little ramble for Friday. So yeah, have a lovely weekend, everybody. Stay well, stay humble. If you win that lottery, give me a shout. And as ever, I'll see you in the next one, guys. All right, take care. Bye for now. Where's that cat? Doggy, where's that cat? Don't know where she is. Anyway.